So let's see, Nisandeh. Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, fantastic! Because I have so many people right now online. Ladies and gentlemen, do you hear us? Please say.
Shall I say something just so you
Hear
can
us
hear
and
me?
see us. Yeah, you can sing a song.
Yeah, I would rather not. I think you would rather.
Yeah. All right. Some of them are seeing us. Yeah, we're live. They're ready. Okay. Okay, I think, yes, we hear you. Both of us
Yeah,
sound.
I'm hearing you.
Okay. Okay. So now, yeah, we have great sound and great visuals, Nisandeh. I'm sorry you can't hear me.
It's okay. I'll guess what you're saying.
Okay. Yes, yes. Otherwise, let me check. All right, guys. So, turbo interview right now with Nisandeh, so I'm gonna get it really short and to see to don't waste anybody's time. Everybody's online. I see so many people. So guys, without any doubt, let me introduce you to the biggest mentor of my lifetime, actually last 15 years, and coming book, I think, because he's doing some research about it. Can I have your thousands here underneath for Nisandeh Neta? Yeah. All right. So, Nisandeh, if you hear me, please introduce yourself to us. Some people know you very much. Introduce yourself to us, please.
I don't know. I couldn't hear. I need to introduce myself.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So he's right now in Spain, as much as I know. I don't know if it's a secret, but he's in Spain. So he has a lousy internet. I'm in Tenerife, which is, and I'm on top of the mountain in the middle of the forest. So my internet is even probably worse. So my name is Nisandeh Neta. I've been on this planet for now 49 years. Spent the last 2 years actually in Holland, most of it working with people like you. Empowering them to create more of their life, to create more of their, or to fulfill more of their greatest potential. Years I moved here to the sun, which today is not shining. Of Tenerife, life of pretty much semi-retirement, and after 3 important phases of my life, I'm ready for the 4th, and I think that's important to talk to me. So I don't know if that's enough. That's in a nutshell.
Yes, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Enlightened millionaire. And let's begin with that. What's an enlightened millionaire in your opinion? What's an enlightened millionaire, Nisandeh?
All right. So first of all, enlightened millionaire is a term that I coined, or we coined. So it's not something that you can find a definition for that or go into a dictionary. So basically the way that we're seeing our life on a financial and personal level, we're saying that your first goal in life when it comes to finances is not the money, but it's the freedom. So we're talking about financial freedom means that you actually don't have to ever work again. So I'm right now sitting on my and I don't have to ever work. I want to give any money to my daughter. She will never have to work again.
Yeah.
If not work anymore. Right now, how we get there, but this is just part of the path. We don't have to work, and if they go to work, they go to work because it gives them pleasure, because that's the purpose in life, and they have all their money worries are taken care. But we achieve that in an age that allows us to keep on working and to keep on generating more income, then then there is nothing that stops you from generating. You're creating enough passive. And then I your financial it already, and then every extra money that you get, you can choose to do something with it, which is more than you, more than about you. And that's where we coin the term Enlightened Millionaire. That's the person that has more than they need, and they take part of what they have more, and then just distribute it to anything that is important for them. If it's other causes, if it's other people, if it's other charities, philanthropy, etc., etc. So that's Enlightened Millionaire.
Okay, fantastic. And I can go straight to your future plans, because you just told me that you have begin next year. What's about all these? First, you said 2016, you said goodbye once, and then you said another goodbye this year. We're kind of confused as community. So how does this kind of fit into the vision that you have? Because everybody's reacting different, I think, and it's really interesting. Your goodbye.
All right.
Okay, what's he gonna do? Oh, okay.
Let's break it down for a couple of things. First of all, last year, 2016, I made a decision that I don't want to teach any more business. This is not the life that I had everything that I wanted to give about business. I did it for 20-something years. Worked with over 150,000 people, and it was complete. And everything that I had to give when it comes to financial growth, stuff like that, I already gave, and everything was recorded. All the events that we did, thousands, and edited, and for the last few years. I'm not needed anymore to do that live. It's my to reach a million knowledge that I have, and with the experience and with the expertise that I have, then I cannot keep on doing that with events. Even if I have 1,000 people events like we did in the last 7 years, I will need 1,000 events of those in order to reach a million people. That doesn't make any sense. So I decided to stop. Doesn't have enough leverage, and decided to take basically a year and create something different to that. And that's how we basically took all the material, everything that I was teaching, mainly in the last 7 years, which is the majority of the business courses that we give, and make it into a smart, intelligent platform that people can grow and learn from that, and put it for a price that it's peanuts compared to what we used to charge. So that was the whole business bootcamp, and then goodbye to all the business training. And I said that I want to focus for the next years. I want to focus mainly the dream life, which is happy, health, wealth, and wise, or happiness, health, wealth, and wisdom. And in this, I thought that I have still what to contribute, stuff that I didn't have a chance in the last few years because I was, and it's some of the ideas that I have to share with people when it comes to personal development, when it comes to happiness and health and wisdom and all this, is not really fitting with the business people that we used to attract. So I decided to take those years and focus on that for a couple of years. What happened is that I discovered that this also is a part in me that is complete. I didn't know that. Or maybe 10 years, but it became very clear around that I have what to give, and I'm going to package it in this time in a different way, doing the last. And it's not something that was planned. Verd, my wife, retired already last year from being a trainer, and I thought that this is still what I want to do for the next many years. And I discovered that it's not a path for me, and that's the next phase of my life, which started in a way, but it's officially is going to in the end of 2017, so in December, and then so that's a real goodbye.
Wow, fantastic. Okay, thanks for. Let me go straight to the next question as we're going through. So, as you said, Carla Dunseman asked you a question. So you choose to change again. So is there a new recipe for you? Is it actually something new, or are you redesigning your desires and goals?
No, in principle, I arrived of what I wanted to achieve so far in that part of my life, and now it's time to search for something new. It's not about goals. It's not about success. It's not about reaching something. It's more about letting go of anything that is not me anymore, that is not relevant, that is not true anymore. So it's not a process. It's not an outgoing journey anymore. This is an inner journey, an inner journey that I actually started many years ago. And about 10 years ago or something, I kind of took a detour from that in order to be able to help as many people as I could. I needed to kind of put my greatest potential somehow on the back burner, and it's time to come back to me. So yeah, don't know if that answers that. But,
yes, absolutely. Thank you, Marika. She said, okay, I never been to your event. I never been live with you. And obviously I see you inspiring and motivating so many people. So what's your secret behind this getting a charge every day and keeping you performing like this? So she needs to know what do you do on daily basis that makes you such a great peak performer, high performer?
First of all, there's a few assumptions here that Marika, right? So
yeah.
I think that Marika, as you say, you don't. Yeah. So Marika, so as you say, you don't know me, but I think that most people don't really know me because you're asking about daily life and you're assuming that I'm on peak performance every day and every moment of my life, and that's an assumption. And another assumption is what is peak performance, and another thing that is there is that there is something wrong. At least that's how it feels. Maybe there's a little judgment about not being in peak performance, and all those are assumptions that I would challenge. To be honest, first of all, I'm not in peak performance all the time. I'm not in peak performance even when I'm on stage. Okay, there's many times that I'm on stage and I'm totally energetic and go for it. And at one point the energy goes down, or at one point I'm struggling or I'm getting stuck. Or sometimes it's the audience. And I learned a long time ago that there's nothing wrong with that. I just need to become aware of it and then pay attention to that and see if I do want to change that. Many times I don't want to change. When I'm in my daily life, when I'm at home, and my energy goes down, I'm not trying to recharge it. I'm not trying to charge it. I'm actually saying there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see what's happening. What is going on right now? Is there a belief that is going through my unconscious mind that is right now lowering my energy? Is there's time for me to slow down right now and to stop and see what is important? So I'm not so much judging. I don't require to be myself to be in peak performance all the time. If I do need to be in peak performance because this is my role or this is my job or whatever it is, then I breathe into it. I move. I'll get my body shaking. I mean, there's ways to do that, but I don't want to do that for 24 hours a day, and it's not for me at least. That's not the goal. So I'm pretty sure that that's not the answer you were looking for, but this is what I have for you right now, and that's something for you to look at because. I can give you answers. I can give you from here to eternity answers how to raise your energy. But the question is, what's wrong is when your energy is not that high, because that's a point where you have a chance to look and see, hey, that's the situation right now. Do I want to change it or not? Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Now the next questions come from Katrine, and she's talking about she knows you, of course, and she knows the kind of background. She's also doing some events with you. She's talking about future events. Will you be ready, or will you do or organize events for sustainability? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know what I mean. Organize sustainability. I'm sorry. And is that something that in near future is within your ambitions? Is that something that is part of your
No, I'm going to say goodbye in the 2nd and 3rd of December. That will be my last events. This is the last event that I'm going to do together with Ron Martina. I'm going to say goodbye from stage and I'm going to disappear. So by the end of December, you should expect my Facebook to be shut down, my LinkedIn, my emails, of course. Most people don't have access to my phone, so it doesn't matter for them, but this is also, so I'm going to slowly or not so slowly disappear, and And no, there's no plans, not for the short future, for the short term or the long term, to come back in any way, shape, or form. I'm going somewhere else with different paths, with different process. Trainership days are over, events are over. Listen, I don't know. I mean, things are changing. Okay, I thought I'm going to stay for 5 or 10 years with the personal development. I stayed for 2, and I realized that it's complete. So I don't know. It's not a commitment, but it's right now there are no plans. I don't see it happen, so I wouldn't expect that. I would, when I'm saying goodbye on the 3rd of December, I suggest we all say goodbye and, continue our own separate ways.
Okay. Wow. Fantastic. Already referring to the event with Roy. What's about that? It's the 28th of June. You're going on stage with him. You're doing this fantastic stuff. So can you tell us why did you yesterday I think you put a webinar on, but please tell us why a masterclass, why with Roy, and what's your mission, what's your mutual mission together?
All right, so it started first of all with me. It didn't start with Roy, it started with me. I wanted to do the last events, kind of a farewell tour, giving people a chance to, if they want to, learn from me the last stuff that I learned, the way that I created my dream life over the many years. If anybody wants to learn that from me, so I decided to create one day event, which is called the Living by Design Masterclass, which basically I want to give the basics of how do you create yourself a life plan in order to create your dream life. I mean, you can keep on. Most people are living by chance. They're living by default. Whatever comes, it comes their way, and they're either happy about it or not happy about it. I think that we can live a lot more by design and then create for ourselves our dream life in a much more conscious way, which is a lot more enjoyable, a lot less scary, a lot less. It's not predictable in a sense, because you're going to still get all the surprises, but there is an intention, there's a direction for your life, which I actually pretty much appreciated what I created as a result of that. So that was the plan first, and then to give towards the end of the year, to give in September and December, everything that I have about those 4 pillars that I mentioned, about creating this, or the 4 pillars of this dream life, which are happiness, which is our main goal in life, then health, which without it, happiness doesn't make a lot of difference, because you're going to be suffering. And then about wealth, which is not so much about money as much as it's connecting to abundance and about freedom and about realizing that you actually can have everything you want in your life. And then the last one is about wisdom, which is all about spirituality. And this was my plan. Since a few good months, and that was, for me, will be complete. Because when I'm giving it, when people can participate, those people that want to take that step, and then I'm living, and then they need to do that on their own, and that's really, really important, because for 20 years I was trying to push people and to get them to implement and to get them to do their lives, and I decided, no, that's not my role. My role is just to give, and those are the strategies, those are the tools. They only work for me. I don't even know if they will work for anybody else, but you can give it a try, and if it will work for you, the same it works for me, then take them, otherwise throw them away. So that was the plan. But somehow, because of the process that I'm going through, and because this process is kind of lonely, I mean, I'm doing it on my own, this journey, I thought, why do the last year alone and not have some fun on the way with one of my greatest friends. And I contacted Roy, told him about the story. He knows about the process that I'm going through for myself. And he jumped on the opportunity to just do something together. And we decided to do that from our heart. It's not going to make anybody here, wealthy or rich in any way, shape, or form. It's just a chance for both of us to share. We have some similarities and some different ways of looking at what is it, living by design. How do you reach those 4 pillars? But I think that both our views are valued and valuable and worth listening to. And the truth is that I'm more doing it with Roy for myself than for anything else. I just have so much fun doing that with him, and I think that for him with me. So it's a chance for us to hang out together, 2 good friends that don't have enough time now that he lives on one side of the world and I'm living on the other side of the world. We don't have the chance to meet as often as we used to and have fun. So this is a chance for us to have fun together with a few hundred people every time. And we start with the 28th of June with the masterclass, which is actually going to give the basis. And if people see that they say, okay, I want to create my life by design, then they can come to and do with us the last workshops, which will teach them the pillars of happy, healthy, wealthy. That was a long answer.
It's an introduction event, if I understand it well. All right. And are there any places left? Or can people still register?
Yes, there are still places left. I think we're standing today on 450 something places, so we still have a few places left. We're also giving some kind of cool gifts. So we're giving my book, actually my books, and Roy's giving his best-selling book for those people that want that. So you can also check that on the homepage. But
yes, the link is coming down.
Yeah. All right. So
okay, the link
if there's anyone that wants still to join, there's still time, and we have about from now about 10 more days, I think, or 11, something like that. It's 28.
Yeah. By the way, you're watching right now live. For everybody who's right now live, you're gonna get a special gift. Plus, we have also 9 extra bonuses for you. So if you wanna, I see the link here down. So if you wanna register, you go register. It's most recommendation. As you see, this is one of the last. Actually, this is the last event that is kind of introduction event, isn't it, Nisandeh? Let me check.
I see your lips moving. I don't know if you said something to me or you're talking to me.
Okay, this is the power of some. All right, listen, it has been a great interview. Thanks so much. Do you have some final words from coming at your place about the 28th, but also as a leader, as a mentor, as somebody who has influenced our lives so many times? Do you have something to say to close the interview, because it's my honor to have you in this broadcast. We did everything we could, like a connection, both of us from the other way of Spain, talking to people. So what are your final words? Because after that, I'm just gonna let you go and I do the final I do the closure. No problem.
All right. So it's a point to think. Okay? It's something to think for everyone that is listening to that, because we don't do that thinking enough. We don't not asking ourselves questions enough. I think, and one of the things that I found out is that most people are spending more time on planning their next vacation, like you're now in Spain, than planning our lives. And as a result of that, we're living our life by chance, by default. Sometimes we call it spiritual, but I'm not sure about that. And the main point is that we are going to get into a time in our lives, if we didn't get yet, to a point that we feel that our life is wasted. And it doesn't have to be that the whole life is wasted, but if you're at any time say, where did this day pass? Or where did this week go? Or where did this year went? Sometimes it happens. And we feel that it was wasted. It was because there was no intention behind. There was no following certain values or certain vision for that. And I think that at least it's worth to spend the day and asking yourself some questions, because that's the only thing I'm going to do during that day. I'm going to ask some questions that sometimes it's not so easy to answer. Sometimes we don't like to answer them, but it's worth looking at them. And you can always decide, no, I don't want to live my life by design, or I want to do it in a different way, which is totally fine. So that's one thing. And the other thing is to realize that if you're not yet living your desired dream life, then you're stuck somehow. I mean, it's not something that I need to inject into your brain. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you have ideas of what everyone has ideas what is their dream life. And if you're not living it right now, then you're stuck. And the only question you need to ask yourself is, how do I get unstuck? How do I move further? How do I get? Ask you that during the 28th of June, if you want to join us. So those are my final words. I don't know if those are words of wisdom, but those are my final words for now. So, Armik, I'm not sure that you hear me. I hope you hear, but I'm going to say goodbye. And thank you for listening. Thank you for asking. And
yes. Thanks a lot. See you soon, guys. Bye. Thanks. And everybody who was online right now, guys, you will get a special gift, because I'm going to give 50 tips that I have for you that I learned from Nisandeh. So special ebook, I'm going to give you everybody in 5 minutes, 10 minutes as we close this session. I'm going to give you the link so you can get, as I promised to you, the special link. here online. Marieke, Chantal, Marieke de Bruin, Peter, Natalie, let me check. Carla, Mario, Sandy, Sophie. Even kijken, Brenda. Everybody was online. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. I'm gonna make a recording of this. Maybe we can show it some other time. Thanks for joining us. Dankjewel voor het kijken, dames en heren. Thanks dat je tijd hebt vrijgenomen. Ik wens jullie mede namens Nisandeh een prachtig mooie voortzetting. En een heel fijn weekend. Ik zie jullie graag maandag om 9 uur. Dankjewel nogmaals. En thank you Nisandeh for giving me such an honor. See you later. En als je nog niet hebt aangemeld voor de 28... Jullie hebben de link gezien. Ga je aanmelden en ik zie je graag een andere tijd. Dus zoals ik altijd zeg, wij zijn ondernemers. Wij veranderen de wereld. Jij en ik veranderen de wereld. Maak een verschil iedere dag, ieder uur. See you later. Hoi.